Hockey is a game of sounds. But in between the whistles, horns, and checks, the most important sounds come through the communication between coaches and teammates.
One of the major details in the game, everybody needs to be talking out on the ice. Shoot it, Addy, shoot it!
But for Saginaw Spirit forward Gregg Sutch, the communication isn't often heard.
Especially with my own line mates, I tell them if they're going to try to call up a pass, I'm most likely not going to clear them. How many we got? 7. Huh?
The same is true of instructions yelled from a coach or even an official's whistle. Gregg plays the game at such a high level despite suffering from severe hearing impairment, relying on a hearing aid.
Heard about the hearing issue, obviously, and kind of wondered, all right, so how did he get this far?
Those same questions have followed Gregg from the time he started playing hockey.
You know, there's been a few people who would be like, oh, you're not going to be able to play hockey, you're hearing impaired, it won't work out for you. But that was only good for me, because I always wanted to prove people wrong.
Playing in the Ontario Hockey League and being drafted by the Buffalo Sabres, Gregg has turned questions about what he can't do into belief in what he can do.
Seeing him and how well he could still see the ice with the hearing impairment was pretty amazing to see.
He's got a great awareness of what's going on around him, time of the game situations, obviously. But he's put a lot of work, obviously, throughout his whole childhood and upbringing.
That's not to say there haven't been times when Gregg has faced adversity with his hearing impairment, maybe none more difficult than in a 2010 OHL playoff game.
We were in overtime, and our coach called me to go out, and then he made a last second change, sending someone else out, and I didn't know that was happening, so I went out at the same time as my teammate went out. Both got caught out on the ice, and too many men. Unfortunately, it was in overtime, and they buried on that power play.
Such a disheartening moment could have been an excuse to give in to the limitations of his hearing impairment, but instead, Gregg once again showed his resiliency.
We went on to win the series in the Game 7 in Ottawa in the third period. I had the go-ahead goal, so that made me feel a lot better about the whole situation to make up for what happened in the game before.
It was a microcosm of Gregg's career, one that he will not allow to be defined by a disability.
It's my dream, and I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me, whether I have a disability or not. I'm pretty stubborn that way. I know what I want, and I'm going to focus on that. And I'm not going to let anybody get in the way of that.
For Sports Extra, I'm Evan Beach.